Earlier today, I was on my phone. I woke up and I was in bed, and I started searching for jobs on like Indeed, and what I realized is that I either don't want the jobs that I was looking at because what I was doing was I was trying to see what jobs paid more because I don't pay attention to that much, or at least I haven't. In the past, whenever I get a job, I get it because I need a job and I don't really care about how much it pays. I just get it because I need it, slash, I am looking forward to the potential of that specific job. What I realized while scrolling is like, I don't want the jobs I'm looking at. And I was looking at a few different kinds of jobs. And what that made me realize is I don't want many jobs in life. There are so many things I don't want, and even things that I thought I did want. While scrolling, I imagined myself in these places and realized that I probably don't want to do that. But obviously, there's a level of um, privilege that comes with being able to decide what you don't want to do. Uh, on this, as I'm speaking about it, I realized one job that I possibly will enjoy, and so I'm actually going to look into that again. But for me, I want a job that I can improve at. I want a job that I can get better at. And this is similar to what I'm about to say because I think life is determined by you. And I think you have to take control of, or at least for me, I want to be able to create a life that is based on what I decide to do with my time. There are skills that I can learn, and there are obviously boundaries, and like sometimes you need a family member to have the opportunity to give it you the opportunity. But if you would really question it, do you even want that opportunity? If you're being honest with yourself. So anyway, so many opportunities I learned I don't really desire, I don't really want, I don't really care about. So, but you have to take control of the things that you do. A lot of the jobs were like things that I was sort of interested in, and then I noticed that you need like a college degree, and so I wasn't qualified for so many of these jobs. And I'm not going to go and get qualified just so I can get this job, just so I can get more money. You have to be strategic. You have to figure out what you want to do. Something I like to do is I like to cook. Yeah, that's one thing that I can improve at, and that maybe I can make money from. It's sad in a way that that's the goal of it, to make money, but it's just a reality of life. If I want to be able to provide in the future for a family, I have to tap into the skills that I have and develop them. I was listening to I forget his name, but this one financial guy, he's an entrepreneur. He's big on social media recently, but he was saying if you want to make a lot of money, it's about um, I think being in high demand, but also having high skill, like being very good quality wise. It was like high demand, skill, and then like your ability to communicate your the history that you've built with people. And it had nothing to do with like aiming at finances. It was more so aiming at getting better at that skill and as an individual in that skill. The purpose of this video, from my perspective to you, is you have to take control of your life, because no one's going to offer you things. No one's going to just come to you and offer you. Yesterday I went to this restaurant. I just was driving past and I was like, I want to apply there because I've thought of applying there before, and I like the food, so I would like to work in that kitchen and make that food. And so I stopped in and I said, "Hey, are you applying? Are you hiring?" And the guy said, "No." And then I was like, "Do you know when you will be hiring?" Because I really want to work there. So I wasn't going to take no for an answer. And he got my information and then I left. And before I left, I told him I just left the customer service jobs that I've had because I only left 2 jobs. I didn't leave my whole resume. It's not necessary to say I worked at UPS when I want to cook chicken. So, but like these owners, they don't know who I am. They're not just going to just because I walk in doesn't mean they're going to give me a job. I have to build up the skill that they need most of the time, primarily before I even come to the job. Which sometimes irritates me, but it doesn't matter that it irritates me. It's reality. Like sometimes I wish I would be able to just be taught something, like someone would see me and read my thoughts, because a lot of the time what I realize is people don't know what I'm thinking. People that are close to me don't know half of my dreams because I don't talk about them because I'm scared to talk about them in a certain regard. But I want to once again remind you, like, you have to communicate what you want to yourself and then to others. But more so than communication, you have to build that skill, that repetition, that consistency. So today, I think an exercise that we could work on in our own lives is writing down the things that we want to accomplish, writing down the things that we want to get better at, and then creating like seriously, like practically, what can we do to get better at those things? Because the more consistent you can be with doing these things, the more you do it on a day-to-day basis, inside and out, you're going to get so much better at it. So I've been a barista at 3 different places, so I'm a great barista right now. When I'm out of work for a few days and I come back, I'm slow sometimes to get back into it, especially when we're changing like seasonal flavors. But once I get back into it, I'm locked in. You can't stop me. I'm getting the drinks out in 4 minutes, like 6 drinks in 4 minutes. It's, depending on what they are. I'm getting people out of the door. I'm getting their drinks. Some people get 1 drink to you in 3 minutes. They probably haven't done it for long. So whatever you decide to do, come up with something you can do every single day to get better at that, and do it and commit to it. Become disciplined. Yeah, people aren't going to give you what you want, especially if they don't know what you want. And then even if they know what that you want, they might not be able to give you what you want. They might not have the power. They might not have the ability to introduce you to new things. You might be better at your job than your manager. So what are you doing at that job if you're not the manager? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is another thought I had while scrolling on the jobs. I was like, these jobs have been created. They're going to give me this amount of pay to accomplish a task. At the end of the day, I am working for someone and they're making way more money than I'm making. So why wouldn't I just try to do that on my own? Why wouldn't I just try to put more work in to get way more out? And then maybe in the future have someone collab with me so we can 10x or 5x the work that I would do individually with someone else, and we both get paid a lot of money. Like, be strategic instead of just being robotic and doing what is laid out in society the way it has been laid out. That's a big thought I had while scrolling. I was like, I don't want to just do this one specific task and get paid for this one specific task. I'd much rather try something on my own and try to build something for myself, something that can last longer than a job. Because to be honest, I don't keep jobs for too long because I like change. Yeah, like just because opportunity is there doesn't mean that you should take it. Just because there's so many possibilities doesn't mean you should really determine what you want, what you desire, and go after that and pursue that. I made some chicken yesterday, some like lemon chicken. I kind of just told myself I was going to make it as good as I could make it because that's what I was doing. And it came out really good. I rated it like a 9 out of 10. And then next time I make it, I'll adjust. But with that mindset of being like, okay, I'm doing this today, let me make it as good as I can, even if I don't love it. Because why would you do something if it's not going to get better for the next time that you do it? And so with this mindset, I enjoy cooking, so why not tap into that more, do that more, get better at that, for no other reason than I enjoy it. And then the specific thing that I enjoy can bring enjoyment to others, which is amazing. And then it could potentially be financial for me, an advantage to build this life that in the end will be free of the opinion of others, of the opportunities presented by others because think about your bosses. Some of them, probably most of them, are just doing their job to make money, in a sense. Like, most of your bosses probably don't own the company they work for. They're just like you. They're just getting paid more and they have different roles. But they don't necessarily have anything to give you, which is crazy. My specific boss right now, I make a coffee way better than they do. And they own the company, the coffee company. But I can make better drinks than that. So sometimes it's just like funny how the finances, the economy is set up that we don't think about it. Like you might have more. If you're watching this, hopefully you're seeking, and so you probably have the potential, at least, to bring more value than your manager, because they're just another human that's working day in and day out. They might not be thinking the things you're thinking. They might not be trying to take advantage of this life. They might just be trying to coast in it, which I've definitely done. But inside of me, there's this desire to overcome that coasting. So it's a lot of thoughts I had, and I was very frustrated, to say the least, while scrolling, because I realized I have to take it. I have to take it for myself. I can't let other people determine my destiny.